Okay, so
Alright.
we're live now, so that's great. So let me Control F, NOS. Here it is.
We are live.
Alright, so...
Frontier private loop.
Yup, that is.
Spectating.
Alright. So, do you have the list up somewhere?
I do not, so if you could link me that.
I think they're
Otherwise
in the main Discord, but I can't really open them up right now because I'm streaming, you know? Okay, go. So, from the looks of it, we've got Grixis control versus, what's this? Monogreen. Okay, so...
Some kind of stompy deck, I'm guessing.
Yes. This looks like Monogreen Stompy to me.
Ooh, it's spicy.
The Colligan's command is gonna be pretty sweet here.
Yeah.
So this is gonna happen before combat, of course, so let's actually, what does the Sur card do? At the beginning of combat on your turn, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, target creature you control gains haste at the end of turn. So I'm guessing that's there to enable hasty Galtas.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Blossoming
nice.
defense
Blossoming
works.
defense comes out early, but
So
getting that damage in early is really gonna hurt NASCAR.
yes, it is. So NOS is going down to what, 7 here?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a whole lot of life. Oh, and there's a Dict through time as well.
Yeah, these decks, these stompy decks that can hit you for like, 4 or 5 damage early on, really put a clock on you if you don't draw that removal quickly.
And NOS actually, I'm gonna close the chat, but he made a great point in chat, saying that he should have casted the Colligan's command in response to the crew. So, because if it's not a creature yet, you cannot target it with, how's it called, Blossoming defense. So NOS is going down to 1, and this is looking pretty over. NOS needs a miracle right now. He needs to deal both with the Smuggler's Copter and with the Ronas, because we know that the Steel Leaf Champion will activate Ronas next turn.
Yeah.
So we'll see what NOS draws.
Holy cow, it's the first time seeing this kind of deck. This is very brutal.
Yes, this is very brutal. And a Flooded
It's going to punish any of those slower decks like Control or Midrange.
Yes. A Flooded Strand will not do the trick here. So, I think we're moving on to Game 2.
Game 2, most likely.
Yeah, Game 2. I mean, NOS is gonna cast the Dict through time, I guess. Is there do you think he has any outs here? What could he run?
What could he run? You mean sideboard-wise?
No, as in he's casting the Dict through time.
Oh.
So he would need Fatal Push and Essence Scatter. If he hits exactly Fatal Push and Essence Scatter, he's still alive.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what he's playing in his list, so it's kind of hard to tell what he'd have to hit.
But these are 2 commonly played cards that would actually do the job here. And I think that in that position, he's not in a bad spot. Vraska's Contempt, Cross of Darkness. I'm sorry, but that will not save you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the mana to cast the Vraska's Contempt because if he fetches, he just dies. So here's a Steel Leaf Champion. Here's a crew.
Yes. I've seen a couple of the stompy decks being tested this last season, and they're looking pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know what deck would be its nemesis.
I don't know. So what I'm thinking is this is obviously a deck that has been in standard, has been played in standard, although green is not optimal as it turns out. So I'm just wondering what cards does it get from Frontier, and apparently, well, there's this Sur card. So that's the thing I'm most excited about. What cards can this deck run that aren't available to the deck in standard? The other
the best green cards, right?
Yeah, and the other thing is that this deck does benefit a lot from not being in a Chain Whirler filled environment, because you can now actually play Llanowar Elves and maybe Elvish Mystic even, if you want to. I'm not sure if his deck runs them.
Yeah, green. What does green give you? I'm an Avatar, the 3/2 that has reach.
Can you actually look up the lists real quick?
Yeah, if you can give me a link, I can check them
Okay,
out.
so I'll actually. Yeah, so hold on. I think the link is in the main Discord. Just in the.
I'm
You have to
checking
scroll up a
that
bit,
out
and otherwise you should
now.
ask Funen.
There we go. We got the Google Sheets.
Okay,
And we
great.
got. Let me just find Loop and NASCAR here.
Just Control F it. It's easier. Anyway.
Yeah. Feel free to talk about what you think he's going to cite in here.
So, I mean, Nas is playing Grixis control, so I imagine he
Mhm.
wants more board pipe. So we can see here that Loop is actually running Llanowar Elves in his deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see a copy of the new Nicol Bolas in Nas's hand, so that's pretty sweet. This might be more of a mid-rangey list. I also see Kalitas.
Well, Kalitas shows up in some control decks.
Yeah, it's true.
Just because, like standard, you'll always see like the Aetherborn Rogue as a life gain, but in
Kalitas is like really
Frontier,
good.
Kalitas, yeah, it's much better, I think, because it also shuts down a lot of those graveyard type decks like Rally. So it's a good sideboard card.
Loop leading off on Llanowar Elves that will most likely get Fatal Push here. And you actually, I see a lot of good cards in his hand. There's a Lifecrafter's Bestiary, which is really good in this matchup. Like, if that resolves, I think Nas is in a lot of trouble. There's also a Surak and a Nissa, which is good. I'm also seeing a Cinderglade, so I'm wondering what he is splashing for. So there's a second copy of Nicol Bolas for Nas. That's a little awkward, of course. Not very likely to flip Nicol Bolas in this matchup.
I think he's playing. I want to say that he's playing the red source for the Yasova Dragonclaw to be able to take control of creatures. That's showing up in his sideboard.
Okay. That wait, what does that card even do?
It's like a 4/2, and you get to gain control of a creature, I believe, with power less than Yasova. I don't know in what instance you would be playing that, but
he probably has a Russian out behind it. I trust Loop.
Yeah.
So Nas's hand is looking pretty clunky, and it looks like this Lifecrafter's Bestiary is actually gonna resolve, and I don't think that's good for Nas at all. Oh, he's actually choosing to go for the Steel Leaf Champion. I kind of understand that because you want to get in with the Copter, but and you might suspect a counterspell, but at 3 mana and only one blue source, Nas cannot have a disallow. So he kind of. I'm not sure if I like that play. Here's Nicol Bolas.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, the Bolas isn't a bad card. It's gonna block and kill one of.
It's really good on the board here because the Copter cannot swing into it, and it blocks the Steel Leaf Champion. Yeah,
Steel Leaf Champion will probably swing in next turn. And he'll play... Well, actually, he could probably play the other Steel Leaf Champion in his hand. And then he could crew, and they'll probably attack both. But here's the question. Do you block the Copter?
I don't think he attacks with both, because you just lose the Copter. Also, he's just going to resolve this Lifecrafter's Bestiary. I think it already was a mistake to not play it last turn, because... didn't have the slow mana up, so the chance of that resolving is pretty good, because I don't think that Negate is a card that Nas wants in his sideboard after in his
he just drew a
deck.
Crux of Fates.
Yes,
that's gonna be really good.
The board is really empty right now, though. And this Nicol Bolas is also looking pretty good, but I'm super afraid for Nas that this Lifecrafter's Bestiary will just run away with the game. Luke
I've used it in standard a lot, and it's against control. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, it's crying.
It gets you so much value.
So what's this? Here's a Surak.
He's playing the Steel Leaf with the trigger.
Oh, of course, that actually makes a lot of sense. Greenwill Liberator. Now that's a card that I've never. I mean, I saw it during spoiler season, but I've never seen it in play.
No. I need to check his deck again, but I guess he's playing some fetch lands.
Yeah, we already saw fetches. We saw the Wooded Foothills and Windswept Heath, so he's probably playing more than that. So
what other kind of abilities would be able to activate that if you didn't have a fetch land? I mean, there's the desert there, I see. But you want it early, right? So I'm guessing you'd have to...
if you have 8 or 9 fetch lands, I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So Liliana, the Lost Hope, coming down for Nuskar.
Mm-hmm.
I like that play. It gives a loop no profitable attackers on this board.
I think...
But I think Nas is really digging for the Colligan's command, so he can get rid of the bestiary.
There we go. He's fetching his other land. He's going to probably play Green World Liberator here to bring out a 4...
I mean, I don't...
A 4/3 and draw a card, I think.
He's going to play the Surak and draw a card, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
Oh, and the Liberator, you get to draw a card.
Yeah, on both.
And you get to draw a card regardless, but then you get a little bit more value from that guy. And so you can play the Mystic here.
Oh, and now you're drawn to a Mystic, yeah. Okay.
It's not bad. And then you can swing with both the Copter and the Steel Leaf.
The Steel Leaf got -2, -1, so I don't think attacking with the Steel Leaf is a good idea.
Okay, that's right. It's a 3.
It's a 3/3 right now.
Yeah.
But
that works.
I give Nas 2 more draw steps for a Colligan's command.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to use the Crux of Fate in the next turn?
You have a Planeswalker on board, so I don't hate it.
Yeah. He's putting the Smuggler's Copter on board, and he's going to swing in, I guess.
He really wants to take care of that Liliana. So here, this is actually really good, because you can block the Smuggler's Copter, and then Crux of Fate away the rest of the board.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's what he's going to do. And the Liliana will still survive at 1 loyalty.
Mm-hmm. And no loss there, and just got rid of the land.
This does mean that Nusk cannot -2 his Liliana to get back one of the Nicol Boluses.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to 1 loyalty, but it's still going to be pretty good just having an active Planeswalker on an empty board.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Fiery Impulse. That's a card I haven't seen in a while.
Is that activated or not? It's not activated yet. Does not have spell.
It is now, though, because the Crux of Fate will be in the graveyard.
Yeah. Oh, non-dragon. I like that. So Nicol Bolas is a dragon. He doesn't die. So
I did not notice that. Okay, this is actually sweet.
Yeah.
This is really sweet.
And he's sitting on 6 land. He needs
why
to draw
didn't the Liliana lose any loyalty? Hold on. Did we just miss something? I mean, I'm assuming the players.
I mean, NASCAR's at 12 now instead of 15, so I'm guessing he took 3 damage there.
Okay. That's a pretty interesting decision, I would say.
Hmm.
That Crux of Fate was huge, leaving the Nicol Bolas alive.
Yeah. And I think Liliana's going to... He's got it. He's got the 7 mana here.
Ooh, will he flip it?
Yes, he is. But he has to play the land first.
Yeah, but that'll be alright.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows. I think this is going to take over the game. Yeah, what does it do again? It does...
it draws cards, it kills creatures, and it does more stuff.
10 damage to a creature or player.
Yeah, I imagine he's just going to kill the Surak with it.
Wow.
And Lifecraft's Bestiary is a good card. I don't think it can keep up with a flip Nicol Bolas.
Yeah, I mean,
also,
it's the Grixis Bolas. I mean, it's a Grixis Ugin. You know, I mean, Ugin just gives you so much value on board. It's hard to come back from it.
Yes.
And he has such a high starting loyalty.
I like that this one can't be cheated into play, though, because you need to flip it.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to use the Fiery Impulse. No, maybe not.
Why would he use the Fiery Impulse? I'm not sure how much I like this play.
Well, he's using Fire Impulse on the Surak because it has 3 damage now.
Oh, of course.
After doing the -2/-1.
Of course.
Yeah, and he's just like, that's game over.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it mattered a whole lot if he flipped it or did what he did here. He was really far ahead.
It looks like they're playing again real quick. I still haven't seen the other list.
There's the 5 mana 10/10. That's spicy. This is
Oh yes, the Gigantosaurus. Nice.
this is a pretty decent hand from Loop,
Yeah.
and it's also a pretty decent hand from Nas, I think. So that's always fun.
Yeah, the Gigantosaurus with Ronas is really good.
So I imagine we're gonna see a Swamp and a Fatal Push.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then here's a Smuggler Sculptor.
If he can stay on curve, if he can grab a
And
3-drop here.
there's the island too. I mean, he had the fetch land. He's actually gonna fetch for an island.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I'm guessing he wants to filter out his deck a little bit. He has all these lands in his hand. He doesn't draw anymore.
Yeah, true. But I think you can wait a turn on that to get a dual land, but it's not an important point, like, at all. So, what am I talking about?
It looks like Loop is on curve here.
No.
He's got his 3 mana.
Yeah, but
so
he
he
missed that 3-drop, though.
Yeah.
And that's not a thing that you want to do versus a control deck like this. Because the Liliana's going to come down on an empty board here, and that's really good. Like, that's really good.
He'll be able to play Serac the next turn and crew the Smuggler's Copter and take her down to 3, I believe.
One loyalty. One loyalty.
Yeah, take her down 3/2/1. Yeah.
So.
Ooh, he just drew his 5th land, which is great. That means he will be able to play that Gigantosaurus.
Yes. I'm very excited about it. Gigantosaurus hitting play.
And if he doesn't
have, will be able to give haste to the Gigantosaurus. Yeah. Wait, that's a lot of damage.
If NASCAR doesn't have a way to deal with Serac this next turn, then this looks like this game could be over.
That's
because taking 10 damage.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So, if the Smuggler's Copter goes to Nas's face, he can put him down to like 3 life next turn.
Yeah.
Wait, that's disgusting.
Yeah, would you do that? Ooh.
Oh.
Battle Rage with Trouble. Oh, goodness me. Goodness. Right. I like that. Yeah. That's spicy.
I like that as well.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see too many decks with the new cards yet, so...
No, me neither. I must say, I haven't been too impressed by M19. I mean, I think Nicobolas is sweet. And, wait, what else is there that's, like, exciting from the new set?
Well, I don't think there's anything that's really adding to the how do I say, to the tier decks already, but I think that the format is giving a lot of cards to, like, those decks that were tier 3 or just,
I followed the spoiler season, but I don't know all the cards anymore. Yeah. I think the new Nicobolas is pretty good. Did a lot of work last game.
Well, like there's for example though, there's that new 3 mana blue enchant that mills you whenever you draw a card.
That one.
That and Sphinx Tutelage, that could make Sphinx Tutelage actually playable. That's what I mean. Like there's a lot of cards
that's not something that
it's adding.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want Tutelage to be playable, but sure enough. Hold on. This is gonna come down a turn too late.
I think. Get rid of the Battle Rage, I think.
However sweet it may be to have a 10/10 double strike trample, but
he's getting rid of the land.
That's really interesting. I don't
like
that play
I would not have done that. Yeah.
No, I would not have done that either. Just he tapped out, you just played the Gigantosaurus with haste next turn. Why would you discard the land?
Well, he does have the Dragon Lord in hand, but that's going to come down 2 turns later. So, yeah, I think that was a misplay on Loop's part.
That was a big mistake. I don't think there's a reason not to just swing for like 15 damage here.
It looks like he'll get another chance, though, since NASCAR doesn't have any kind of, not gas, I would say, but it doesn't have any kind of answer.
But now if he survives, Nas can actually just steal the 10/10. Well, if he had been able to play the 10/10 last turn, the game would be over now.
Yeah.
Nos would be incredibly dead.
Yeah. He'd have to block with Nicobolas. And then...
he'd be dead.
Yeah.
Or at least probably in an unwinnable position. So
there's the 5th land. He lucked out.
He lucked out. I don't think this is going to be good enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like Dragon Lord Silumgar. It's a sweet card.
Well, here's the thing. Dragon Lord Silumgar is going to be on the table. He's going to steal the Gigantosaurus. You're still going to have Surak, and you're still going to have Smuggler's Couch. If you draw anything else, then you're looking pretty good, I think, especially with the Battle Rage in hand. Yeah, he gives it haste. He's swinging 10.
Why would you swing with the Copter here? The Surak only has 3 power, and the Copter gets blocked.
Sorry. Is he doing it here?
Wait, well,
I guess so.
I mean, I guess he really wants to kill the Liliana. So the question here for Nuts is if he wants to kill the Copter or if he wants to play the kill the Surak.
So he crewed it with Gigantosaurus.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
He could have just given it haste.
Yeah. I think I would have done that instead.
I don't think you read Surak properly. He could have
That's too bad.
This is terrible for him.
Yeah, just a lot of misplays.
And I'm gonna be honest, this is a deserved loss. He deserved this.
He needed to test this out a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, he needed to pay a little closer attention.
I think the deck has a lot of potential, the Green Stompy deck.
I'm just afraid that this is another deck that gets destroyed by Atarka. Because I don't think it can race Atarka.
The Green Stompy.
I mean, in your nut draw scenarios, while you play a Steel Leaf Champion on turn 2, a Surak on turn 3, and then the Gigantosaurus on turn 5, of course, but even that might sometimes be too slow. I've seen Atarka kill on turn 4.
He has the Feed the Clan in the sideboard, that gains you 10 life.
Like a lot of life.
But, that also is kind of risky because if the opponent's playing a Tarka command, they just say, hey, no life gain.
Yeah, that's true.
So there we go, stealing the Gigantosaurus.
On the other hand, them not using that mode, not using the +1/+1 mode does also gain you like 3 to 4 life sometimes. And so there's another thing I want to talk about. Did you see the creature typing of Nekobolas? It's a dragon.
Yeah.
There's that sweet card that's called Silumgar Scorn.
This is Grixis Dragons then, I'm guessing, right? Not a Grixis mid-range deck.
Yeah, dragons. But can you check his deck list and see if he's playing any copies of Silumgar Scorn?
Yeah, I will check that for you.
This is just desperation from Loop.
He had a chance, kind of threw it away.
I don't think Nas actually blocks this. I'm not sure if he knows about Team or Battle Rage, if he suspects that, but this is a really suspicious attack, and you're super ahead on board. You have lethal next turn, so why would you block? I think blocking and losing your Silumgar is the only way you ever lose this game.
NASCAR.
So Nas did indeed take the damage here.
Yeah, I cannot find the deck list at the moment.
Oh, that's a shame. But I think the first deck I ever built was Esper Dragons, and the deck was awful, but Silumgar Scorn was a great card if you could like reliably use it as a counterspell. And Nekobolas will help with that.
That's game over. That was game 3, correct?
Yes, that was game 3. So I'll open up the chat. So Loop actually said something in chat. He said, maybe should have given Gigantosaurus haste, but I feel like my only out was to kill Lily.
I don't think you really want to deal with Lily. You don't need to deal with Lily.
No, I don't think so either. And if you just played the Gigantosaurus earlier, you might win. So that's actually... I'm going to see if there's a backup future match. Hold on. So what were the pairings? So there's Hui versus C squared. Let's see if that match still going on. I want to see if that match still going on, and we can hop in then.
Are we still streaming?
Yes, of course we're still streaming. We're streaming the whole event.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure if you want to go to bed at some point. You're in Japan after all.
I see. Yeah, I see C squared playing against Huey. We could jump in on that if you want.
Let me. Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, we can jump in on that.
Let's see what they are playing here.
This is Absent versus Mono Black Zombies. Hi. All right.
So I don't know what game we're in here. I'm guessing it looks like game 2.
Game 2 or 3.
Maybe? Yeah.
So it looks like Gideon is a creature.
Yeah.
Gideon is a creature, and a lot of stuff is attacking.
Let's see what he's got in his graveyard here. So C².
Wait, there's an Endless Horizon, Endless Sands. Huh?
Where's that?
In C²'s mana base.
I wonder what that could be used for.
There's also a Mirror Pool. This deck is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And a Yakmut's Vow Offering. Oh my god, I'm loving this.
Nice. I like that card.
I thought this was Mono Black Zombies, but this is not Mono Black Zombies.
I'm guessing C² has played the Mono Black Eldrazi before, so this could be like a hybrid.
Yeah, there's a waste as well. No, I don't think this is zombies. This is just the Mono Black Eldrazi deck with...
You think so?
Yeah, I see a waste in play.
I mean, we'll have to wait till we see a Reality Smasher. Well, he is playing like Mirror Pool, so
maybe
I'm actually he's added a couple more.
Gonna go ahead and ask, what game is this?
I want to say it's turn 14 on game 2. Yeah.
Game 2. Okay, so the abs and mid-range player got won game 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is game 2, and this Yakmut's Vow Offering might do some work. What does it read?
Well, it gets rid of the Planeswalker or a creature.
Yes, it can kill Gideon.
He would be able to get a Matter Reshaper back, which is not bad, and kill the Gideon at the same time.
Yes.
And
I would have maybe done that 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have maybe done that before combat, actually. You know what's sweet? He can copy the offering with his Mirror Pool.
Can he do it? Does he have enough mana to do it? I guess he does. No, he needs 3.
He's one short. He's one short.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want to see
sweet,
that.
Though.
I really want to see that happen. I'm gonna be so happy if that happens. All right. Crew the Smuggler's Copter. So it looked like there's some attacking going on.
He's blocking. You got blocks.
I don't like what...
Is he copying a creature here? No.
No, he's sacking the zombie to Kalitas.
Okay.
He's sacking the zombie.
Being blocked.
Yeah, that's being blocked by the copter.
That should buy him some time.
Yeah, and then he still has enough. And then he still has enough mana to cast the offering, so he can get rid of the Gideon.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to worry about any kind of removal either.
Yeah. And he's also gonna gain 5 life, which is pretty relevant considering he's at 7.
It puts him up to 12. If he gets rid of the Gideon and brings back the Matter Reshaper, it looks like he's only going to have to deal with a total of about 9 damage.
6.
On board next to.
Yeah, 9, but he can block 3, so 6. Yes. Although if Hui draws another creature, it's 9.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Yakmut's Vow Offering. I imagine you play that here?
Yeah. You have to. I mean, it's game over if you don't, because you can't deal with that Gideon.
Yes.
Gideon's gone. Reshaper
this is a
will
sweet. We're seeing a lot of sweet decks. That's why I love the opens, because everyone is just experimenting, especially just after a set dropped, you know?
Yeah.
We saw some sweet decks already. The Mono Green Scompi deck was sweet. This is a sweet Eldrazi deck.
Well, the Eldrazi deck's been around for a while.
Yeah, but like, not this version that runs Vow Offering and Mirror Pool. It's a shame you didn't have 1 more mana to copy the offering with Mirror Pool, but you can't have everything, can you?
That's right. He can get rid of... Yeah, he didn't read his card. He was going to grab the Gideon. So, actually,
he cannot
I
grab
don't
the
think so. You can't.
No,
yeah, because you had to put the creature into play first. Then... You destroy, so you couldn't get it back.
I have the chat turned off for the game, so for the stream. So So the Meta Reshaper is gonna block a Scrounger here. Hold on.
See what it grabs him, and then that'll get him a zombie.
Reveal your hand. Oh, it will also get him a zombie, yes. And I'm gonna ask Hui to reveal his hand. Because that would be sweet.
Another Gids here.
Oh, there's another Gideon. Okay. I mean, Gideon is a good card.
Now, what does he get from his Matter Reshaper?
So there's a lot of triggers here. Kalitas is gonna trigger. Matter Reshaper is gonna trigger.
So he's gonna take 7, right?
Yes, I believe so. 6, I think. Not sure. 7. 7. Yes, 7. 7 indeed. Oh, another gifted Etherborn. From the
that's what he put in the play. Oh, that's not bad. And he gets a zombie. I think he could be turning the tide here.
Yes, this is a lot of life linking power.
He's going to be able to gain a total of 9 next turn. Go back up to 16. I don't think that
even more
Huey
if he
can fight
sacks
through
the
this.
zombie. He can gain 11 if he sacks the zombie.
Yeah.
Hui not gonna play the Gideon here. I think that's giving up for sure, but I don't think it matters a whole lot. Oh, there's a Thought Knot Seer. Pretty sweet.
It's coming down. Is he gonna make a copy of it? No.
No, it's cost 5 to copy a creature.
Yeah, he can't do that. Yeah. But that's gonna pretty much take away any chance Huey has of finishing him off.
Yeah. This is also just like 11 damage, so.
Yeah, that's a huge tempo swing right there. I don't see any way you can come back.
So that means we're gonna get a game 3. They only have 10 minutes left though. So
these are timed, huh? Did not know
yes,
that.
they are timed. So, and I think that in this position, Hui should just concede and not even play it out because he's just dead. And if he wants to win, he needs to have time in game 3.
See if I can get these lists up.
That'd be sweet. I'm really interested in C-Squared's list. I really respect C-Squared as a player, so I'm interested in what he came up with.
Yeah, they don't have the list updated on the Google Docs, so I'm just gonna. I know pretty much what C-Squared is playing. I played against him before in, I believe, Season 3 of the Frontier League finals. So, Reality Smashers in there, Thought Knot Seers in there,
Matter Reshaper.
Those are your
There's
big
also
Eldrazi.
the 2-mana Eldrazi that on cost lets you pay an extra 2 to make the enemy Edict, I think. He might be playing that one.
If he's playing that against me anymore. For sure. Yeah?
Yeah, but that was like 2 seasons ago, so.
Alright, so it looks like he's going to keep Huey Mulligans to 5.
Oh.
That's kind of harsh.
Oh, you're on game 3 already? My screen is frozen. Rip.
Yeah.
Let me F5 this. I was like, why is nothing happening? Huh? But apparently Untap was just frozen. Okay, so there's stuff happening now. I think. Hold on. Spec that game.
Yeah, so it looks like...
Thank you very much. This is not a bad hand, though. Dromoka's, so there's a Dromoka's Command, Absent Charm, and a Gideon. Not bad.
He just drew another Gideon.
Kind of awkward. If he doesn't find a land, he's in some trouble.
I think he's just going to... Yeah, he's going to use that. But it looks like C-Squared's hand is just... Oh my god, it's so...
Gonti?
Potent
Ravenous?
Right now.
Chupacabra?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this deck. I just... Damn. I love this deck.
There's so much value here. He's going to draw 2.
Okay, so he did find the land. So absent. Right. So the Sunken Hollow is probably here for fetching reasons, and also he might run 1 or 2 copies of Treasure Cruise in his deck, because we all know that card is pretty good.
So Gideon will come down this turn. He'll play a knight. Gideon will probably take 2 damage this next turn, and I'm guessing he'll either use the push or the Chupacabra on the knight token.
I think you just play Gonti.
Yeah.
I don't think you care that much about a knight token.
Mm-hmm.
You can just get it to 0 power anyway with your Liliana, so...
Okay, it looks like he is just gonna let Gideon stay alive. And then Gonti will come out.
Yeah, I mean, chump blocking with the knight token makes sense. It's gonna be 0 power next turn anyway, so... So I'm really interested in what he finds here.
So I think this next turn, I could see him using a +1 Gideon, fighting the Gonti and killing the Liliana. Do you think that's the right line of play?
Yes. I mean, I think that looks really good to me.
And then you just...
Is there a way for me to see this? I can't see the card. That's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Gonti is that it already did its job, and if it eats another card, that's fine. But the most important thing is that you get that Liliana off the board, because that Liliana will just run away with the game.
Yeah. Yeah, but this game shouldn't run too long. I think we should see a conclusion in the next 10 minutes or so.
Well, they've got 10 minutes and 5 turns, so we'll see.
So plus Gideon, yep. Here comes the
Dromoka's command.
Maybe a +1 on Gids, I guess.
Yup, Gideon got +1. Hit Liliana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he gets to play an Elvish Mystic.
Yeah. I still think it's going to be really tough.
I really like that we have access to both Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves right now in Frontier.
There's not a lot of decks that would want to play both, at least not as a full 8. I could see 6.
I think that Elves definitely wants 8, and I think that the Mono Green Stompy list probably doesn't mind having 6 of them. Like if it either wants that effect. Oof. C-Squared got a Rhino off of Gonti.
Nice.
That unfortunately cannot kill Gideon, which is a shame.
Well, he's going to play his own. Well, he's going to be able to play both a Copter and a Siege Rhino this next turn.
Yep.
And Gideon will be able to attack for 5. I don't know. I don't know if I would make attack with Gideon here. I think you'd probably make a token.
Yes, he's going to attack.
He's attacking though. He's like, yeah, I already showed you my hand. I already told you what I'm playing.
So, I think that the Green Stompy deck, I'm not sure if it wants it, but if it wants it, it definitely wants 6. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Here comes the Siege Rhino. All right. They are close to parity here. And the Smuggler's Capture, like I thought.
This Chupacabra is going to be sweet.
Yeah, it's going to take out that Siege Rhino, and I believe...
He can then kill the Gideon as well.
I'll have to crew the Copter.
And then...
And he can block the Siege Rhino.
The Siege Rhino has
take
trample.
A total of 3.
The Siege Rhino has trample, so I think you block the Aetherborn, but...
Oh, but he just drew another land, so it doesn't matter here. I think Chupacabra is going to come down.
Oh, and a Fatal Push. Yes,
and then he'll crew, and then, that'll push the Copter. Gideon's dead this turn.
Yes.
It's looking really bad now for Huey. Yeah,
yes, it is. This is looking really bad. Okay, we've seen some sweet decks, man.
Yeah, and there's that. This is a good. They're both good players. That hand by C-Square is just so much better.
Yeah, Huey milled to 5 as well, right?
Yeah, that's also kind of harsh.
Yes, that's really harsh. This game is looking pretty over.
Yeah. Stealing his Siege Rhino, that is not kind.
No, that's not kind. Typical can you not moment.
Yes.
So after this, we've got the next round coming up.
This is the last one in round 1?
I mean, the next round starts in like 5 minutes, so...
Okay. So we're going to go to time pretty soon here.
Yes, they've got 5 more minutes before, but I don't think they will need those 5 minutes. I mean, so if there's one thing that could get Hui back in this game, it's 3 Gideons.
Oh.
This is a lot of Gideons. And it's gonna buy him a lot of time, because I think C-Squared has to kill them all the time. I don't think
he needs removal. He needs like an Abzan charm, or he needs
if
to
he's
have,
able to deal with the Rhino, I think he's in a pretty decent shape, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So that Gids will die.
Although there's a lot of gifted Etherborns, so Blighted Fan, okay. So, but for next round, it's 6 p.m. here, so I'm gonna have dinner.
Yeah, and it's 1 a.m. here now, actually, so I think I'll probably head to bed, but I'm guessing you'll be back in like half hour, 45 minutes for streaming of round 3.
Yeah, I think we have to skip skip round 2. So in true SEG fashion, we're gonna run a lot of what? No, we're not gonna run ads. Stream is just gonna be offline. Unfortunately.
Well, that's too bad. He did draw another Siege Rhino, but that got taken out by push.
Oh, my screen is behind again. Oh, okay, yeah. No, my screen is not behind. He did draw another Siege Rhino, and it did get taken out.
There's 8 here.
This is not looking good. Is anything happening on your screen, or?
Yeah, I mean, we just played his 3rd Aetherborn.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to refer. Oh, hold on.
Another Siege Rhino. That's not bad.
My internet is being bad. Hold on. Oh, he drew another Siege Rhino? That's sweet.